Team news tonight for both sides is something like this. Hull City making one change with Jarrod Bowen coming in, but in a different role. He's occupying the number 10 role this evening, in behind Josh McGuinness with Bowler and Krasicki either side. The question is, will goal number 50 come for Jarrod Bowen from that position? Jackson Irvine dropping back ever so slightly with Dan Batty coming in. It's 3 changes for Hull City this evening. The only area unaffected in the outfield comes in the back 4, which was sturdy in the second half against Middlesbrough, as Hull fought their way back from 2-0 down with an extra man on the field. Pearson. Little ball floated over the top, which will lose speed in the wind. Maguire, now Johnson, whose touch was rusty. Gallagher. Well, Johnson looks as though he's come back from an offside position. Play goes on, and Preston hit the frame of the goal. Here's Bowden. Another chance perhaps. Pearson putting it into space. Preston go wide of the target with that effort, and Callum Elder looks to the linesman, maybe asking whether or not Johnson had come back from an offside position. He stopped and wondered, and Hull City momentarily switched off. Long manages to clear it away. Irvine. Well, he's let it run through. Krasicki has got the pace to take it into the penalty area. Somehow it misses everybody. Lehigh recycling to Bowler. He stood up across, headed away. Irvine trying to play it into Krasicki. A big chance! And over the top it goes. Corner kick. 2 times Krasicki has got it inside the penalty area with an opportunity to get the opener. This time denied by the heroics of the defence and goalkeeper. Pearson. 20 minutes gone. Preston now looking to maybe hit Hull City with a bit of space and a little bit of pace in their build-up play. Billy Bowden into the penalty area. He gets his shot in, and behind it goes by Eric Lehigh. From our angle, it looks as though it could have maybe been dropping onto the top left-hand corner, but Eric Lehigh just putting it behind for safekeeping. That looked a little bit more dangerous from Preston North End. I think McGuinness that time thought he might have been offside. But again, Preston looking to hit Hull City with energy and pace into the penalty area. Maguire again, across the face of goal, and scrambled away by Callum Elder. 2 times in a minute, Preston have looked a little bit more threatening. Elder. That's a good, well-driven pass into Krasicki. Oh, that's a decent cross. Bowen could maybe scramble it in, and he has done! It's not the prettiest of goals, but it's the goal that brings up the half-century. 50 in a Hull City shirt, and Jarrod Bowen puts Hull City into a 1-0 lead. Had to be patient. We've had to persevere a little bit as well in trying to get the ball into free spaces. But the first time the ball was played well into the path of Krasicki, looked for the outside of the boot cross, and it's actually Preston who put it on a plate for Jarrod Bowen in trying to clear it. A teasing ball which caused confusion, and in the end was catastrophic in that phase of play. Oh, well-timed header by McGuinness. Bowen, now Irvine, who's got Elder courageously coming forward. He's put another decent looking ball into the box, but there's nobody on the end of it. Lehigh's done very well. Bowen again. This time the space evaporates, and Preston look to try and come forward quickly. Elder again. John Moss lets play go on. Here's Krasicki. He fancies a shot, and wide of the target it goes. Preston with a few complaints to the referee, but Krasicki charging up the middle is always a dangerous prospect for any side that Hull City come up against, and he wasn't far away. Maguire, now Johnson. Preston putting a few more men forward now whenever they get the ball inside the final third. Here's Pearson. Oh, good interception now from Grzycki, and with the pace to burn as well. McGuinness will just stand out the way and let Grzycki run. He still goes on. Good save from Rudd. And then Preston get themselves in a bit of a mess defensively. It will be a corner. Most championship clubs will know not to allow Grzycki to get forward like that. Good save from Rudd. Did what he had to do. And then Preston got themselves just in a little bit of confusion again. Bowen. Is it going to be a trademark run from Jarrod Bowen? The ball pops to Josh Bowler, who can take over. Elder. Little ball played into the path of Bowler, looking to create space. And Rudd has to save. Tips it over the bar. Bowler coming over to the left-hand side, causing problems. He's able to turn into that little bit of space that Preston left open. Preston now moving forward. Big tackle comes in from Rhys Burke. It was very well timed. And now it's up to Bowen. Here's Grzycki. He's played it in. Bowen, one touch, one save, and then it's cleared away. The ball just stuck right in the centre of the 6-yard box. There's a smile on Bowen's face. Elder, can he keep it in? He has done as well. Bowen, he's away from one man, decent ball in, McGuinness! Oh, that's a big save from Rudd. It would have been a goal to remember for McGuinness, even if it was from close range. Plenty of technique involved in that opportunity. Bowen, nicely played. Grzycki. Hull City in the same situation as at the end of the first half, with space in the middle. Cute through ball. Bowler goes down. Penalty. Just the start Hull City potentially needed if they can make this count. John Moss points to the penalty spot. Grzycki calling for Bowler to push up. Bowler getting in behind, and Ledson makes the challenge to Josh McGuinness. He's keeping Jarrod Bowen off penalty duties. Same scenario as last year. Penalty for Hull City against Preston, and it is McGuinness, and he slams it in. That is the start Hull City were looking for. Rudd couldn't keep it out, and Josh McGuinness makes it 2-0. Whatever Alex Neil said at half-time has not been adhered to. And the former Bolton Wanderers man makes it 2-0. And he just went for the old school penalty. Hit it hard, hit it low, made up his mind, eyes on the ball, and Rudd couldn't stop it. Hull City happy. Let's control the tempo. Ball into the feet of Bowler. He's got two men around him, and he's done very well to get it to Lehigh. Bowen. The link-up play is good. McGuinness, and now Bowen dragged across, and it's 3! Hull City with a real statement of intent this evening. They are taking apart a team who have been near the top of the tree all season, and they're now making it look very, very easy. It is 3-0, 2 goals in the opening 6 minutes. McGuinness back on his feet, Bowen a goal scorer and now a provider. Links up with Grzycki once again. The best combination, these two. That little touch worked wonders in that build-up play, and it's slammed in. Hull City have it back again. Bowen going forward. It's now Grzycki. He squares it. Can Bowen get there? Oh, he just loses his footing. Well, Bowen, very unfortunate. Looked as though it was going to be goal number 4, and it was like a hot knife through butter. And very similar scenario. Hull City with the close passes to feet. It's working a dream. Here's Maguire up the other end. The shot coming in, and Long makes a save. It's going to hang on in play as well, so it'll be a throw-in and not a corner. Good piercing shot from Preston. George Long able to see that one from a distance. Maguire, it was a clever dummy, and it was one dummy too many from Barkhusen. Lehigh looking to take advantage of the space as the fullback pushed high. Here's Bowler, and still he goes on, and that was almost a glorious finish. It would have been the pick of the bunch by far. It was Jarrod Bowen-esque, shrugging off one man, getting to just the right hand side of the D, cutting in, got his head down, eyes on the ball, and it was fractions wide. Hull City win it back. Batty hasn't really had to do a lot so far. Signalling by Bowen, get it past him, get it over the top. Irvine to Bowler, look at the space he's got. Now then, Bowler coming forward, just dropping speed, not dropping anything in creativity. It will be a free kick, and the first yellow card of the evening as Bowler ends up being clattered. It's going to be Grzycki to strike. Rudd saves. Oh, Irvine's put it over. How has he missed? It's a good job, they're leading by 3. It's a save by Rudd, and Irvine puts it over, and you can tell just by the look on his face that he is not happy. Preston are going to make their next change, and they're going to bring on a man who knows the Championship very well. Dave Nugent coming on. And Billy Bowden is the man to make way. David Nugent, so many appearances at this level, so many clubs. And on he comes. Actually played for Preston back in 2004-05. Preston chance! And wide of the target it goes. He got himself right in the middle, but it was wide of the target by one of his teammates. Gathered by Burke, Irvine, and now Elder. A few to aim at in the box. Grzycki, he takes it himself, it's parried. Once again, fortuitous for Preston that time, because there were so many Hull City men just waiting to add another to the tally. Forward come Preston. Harrop! He's hit the post. Barkhusen could get the scraps, and it's a great save from George Long. Twice Preston have hit the frame, and George Long making a smart save. They're still plugging away though, Preston. That's a decent looking cross. Lehigh will say thank you very much. Here's Honeyman. Honeyman, clever ball. Can Bowen get his touch? Can't the first instance, but the ball will sit for him to bring it into the box. Oh, he's found the net! Absolutely outstanding. He had the narrowest of gaps, and he threaded that ball like threading the eye of a needle. Top player with a top goal. Hull have 4, and this has been outstanding. He always scores in pairs, and he gets it on the right hand side. A narrow angle. It's Bowen to deliver. Flicked, and again Irvine inside the 6-yard box goes close. Tonight could have been a rugby score with the amount of chances Hull City have carved out. Hull heading for their biggest victory against Preston at home since 1973. A 6-2 bombardment that night, and it has been as well tonight because of quite a few of those figures on the bench. Batty, what a ball in that is. Bowen! What a way that would have been to cap off an incredible night. It would have been the match ball as well. But it's just chance after chance being carved out by Hull. It's a great ball, and Bowen is onside. He might turn provider again. It's Eves, and again it just goes wide for Eves. Great run in. He's got a big smile on his face. He does everything right in the build-up, Tom Eves. It's a great run, and to be fair to him, it was a stumble. There was a little bit of a clip from the Preston man, which might have just broken his stride and meant that he did have to snatch at it slightly. Otherwise it would have been 5.